The Pokemon ROM hack Elite Redux is known for its insane mechanics, like Pokemon having 4 abilities at once. But one of the best parts of Elite Redux are all the different Fakeamon, regional variants known as Redux forms and convergent forms, new evolutions for Pokemon, and brand new Mega Evolutions, each update bringing more and more. I've been showing off a ton of these upcoming forms, and in this video I have 10 more new Pokemon coming to the future updates of Elite Redux. The Marrow line is very popular in Elite Redux, as you'll often find yourself staring down the barrel of a belly drum boosted Aquajet. What is surprising though is that it didn't receive any new forms. Well, the entire line has new convergent forms to change this. Let's look at these new forms. Starting with the baby Azumarill and its new form, Marrow. This red and white Pokemon is based on a kitten with a ball of yarn. Could be a contender for the cutest Pokemon in Elite Redux. Its tail is soft and slightly warm. It spends most of the time resting, using its tail as a heated cushion. If its rest is disturbed, it quickly becomes agitated, whipping its tail at whatever is keeping it awake. Just like Azurill, it's a normal fairy type, but don't expect much of it in the way of battling. The only stat above base 50 is HP. Its abilities are fine, like Comatose and Stall. And Cute Charm and Unaware are nice innates, but it's most likely going to evolve at level 10, so you'll probably never see it. At least it's cute. Evolving into the convergent form of Marrow, once again being based on a cat with a ball of yarn. This Pokemon spends much of its time sunbathing or resting near heat sources. It can store and retain this heat for long periods, making them well adapted for cold climates. However, they choose to spend most of their time in warm places given the chance. If the lore didn't make it obvious, Nyrill's typing will be fire. Fairy fire to be exact. Pretty neat since it's a type combination that doesn't exist in the real games yet and is only on a few Pokemon in Elite Redux. Just like Marrow, there isn't too much to respect about its stats. 70 in HP along with 60 in both defenses won't stop much outside of the early game, and 40 speed paired with 70 in attack isn't very impressive. The abilities can certainly help out though. The choice abilities include Self-Sufficient, basically giving it a free leftovers, Cute Charm with its 50% infatuation chance on contact, lowering foes' attack power, and lastly Stall, letting it take 30% less damage if it moves last. The innates include Unaware, ignoring all stat changes, Aroma Veil, which makes it immune to certain status moves like Disable and Taunt, and the big one, Feline Prowess, which essentially is just a special version of Huge Power, so it can deal good damage if it wants to. The last evolution is what you really care about though, and will be the Pokemon you'll most likely have to face at some point. Marrow is the final stage of this line. This design is based on peppermint candies and a cat, and you guessed it, a ball of yarn. This Pokemon produces aromatic particles on its body which are stirred into the air as it bounces. The quality and intensity of this aroma varies with its mood. These may be barely noticeable, pleasantly sweet and lightly spiced, or at times overpoweringly spicy. No type changes as it remains a fire fairy. Its stats are the exact same as Azumarill, but its attack and special attack are flipped. 90 in its defenses as well as 100 HP isn't too bad, but will definitely be a mid-game Pokemon. The choice abilities for it will be the same as the previous stages, Self-Sufficient and Stall, but will get a brand new signature ability being Spicy. Spicy grants all moves a 30% chance to burn, which is actually really good. On top of that, all burn Pokemon lose 1/16 of their health on top of the burn damage, so physical attackers beware. The innates are the same as before, so with Feline Prowess and its high physical attack, you can effectively run both if you wanted. Some of the notable moves it gets are Fake Out, Flare Blitz, Moonblast, Yawn, Slack Off, and Star Crash. This whole line is great, and it's always nice getting more Pokemon that can thrive in the mid-game. Now, 2 bug Pokemon I've never been a fan of are Volbeat and Illumise. I will say though, Prankster Illumise in this game has softened me up at least a little, but what these bugs really needed was an upgrade. This is exactly what the Redux forms hope to provide. We'll start with Volbeat. This Redux form is based on the 50s era Spaceman and puffy spacesuits. These Volbeat are expert survivalists due to their keen instincts and extreme environmental tolerances. In this game, Volbeat is a bug electric type, and this Redux form drops the bug for flying. Unlike most flying electric types that are special attackers, Volbeat is a physical attacker with 90 in attack. Having 105 in speed will make it a decent early game attacker, and 105 in special defense will give it some bulk. The choice abilities will be Galvanized, making all normal type attacks like Fake Out and Mega Punch into electric types, and boosting their power by 10%. Pressure to reset all stat changes on entry, and Anticipation, blocking one super effective move used against it. Innates include Technician, boosting up its weaker moves, Illuminate giving all of its moves an accuracy boost, and Overcoat reducing the damage of all special moves by 20% while also blocking weather damage, so it's even tankier than you thought. Redux Illumise is similar in a few ways, but this Redux form is based off cartoon depictions of aliens and, like Redux Volbeat, retro-futurism spacesuits. They often examine mundane objects closely as if they're unfamiliar. They brighten and dim the lights on their face in complex rhythms. Unlike Volbeat though, Illumise drops both of its typings, Bug and Fairy, for Flying and Psychic. The stats are pretty similar though. Redux Illumise will have a good special defense sitting at 105, and a better speed than Volbeat with 110, although it won't hit as hard with 85 in special attack. It's more supportive anyway, with choice abilities like Prankster giving all status moves priority, and Dazzling blocking all opposing priority. It will have Emanate making all normal moves psychic and giving them a 10% boost. Like Volbeat, it will also have Illuminate and Overcoat for the innates. The unique ability being Shield Dust, protecting it from secondary effects and hazards so it won't need to worry about rocks beating it up. I really like both of these designs and they'll certainly be usable in the early game, but they might need a little more to be viable later. Well, luckily, they both get new evolutions as well. Starting with Redux Volbeat's evolution, Astrobeat. This flying electric type continues the theme as before and is a much larger astronaut in a more padded suit, finally becoming a proper late game Pokemon. The stats change quite a bit from the first stage. Speed was dropped by a lot, bringing it to just 70, while attack only raises to 100. Special defense is much better though, going to 132, which is the same as Araquanid, with much better HP at 98. Two of its choice abilities look to remain the same, being Galvanized and Anticipation. Pressure is dropped in favor of Precise Fist, giving punching moves +1 to crit and a 5 times boost to the percentage of their secondary effects. This will actually be kinda nuts because it gets Meteor Mash and will always give it the attack boost. The innates are different except it keeps Technician. Impenetrable will keep it from taking damage from non-direct attacks. Searchlight is going to be a brand new ability combining Frisk and Illuminate. Illuminate increasing accuracy and Frisk disabling the opponent's item for 2 turns. While the design isn't my favorite, I don't think Astrobeat is going to be a bad Pokemon to use. Now, what about the Illumise evolution? This evolution will be called Illuminat, and is once again based on mysterious alien encounters. Just like the Volbeat evolution, there will be no type change as it remains a flying psychic type. Statistically it gets some more improvements, but it's ultimately still going to be more of a support Pokemon. Speed is raised to 117, and special attack is raised to 95. It's not going to be the bulkiest Pokemon around, but will have 110 special defense, so it isn't bad. 2 of its choice abilities are swapped out as it will still keep Dazzling as an option. Cosmic Daze is one of them, doubling the power against confused foes, and doubling the confusion damage they take. So it can be an attacker if it needs to be. The last one is a brand new one, being Light Wheeled, which will set up a 3-turn light screen on entry. This one could be really nice, especially if Light Clay could extend it. The innates will remain the exact same though. Shield Dust, Illuminate, and Overcoat. Overall, I really like all 4 of these and I hope they're added to the game sooner rather than later. I won't lie though, having to deal with Illuminat could be a pain in future playthroughs. We probably all agree that the Kanto starters could use more love. And with Gen 4 already getting Redux forms, it's only right that the Kanto group gets some. While the entire lines have been figured out, including Megas, we only have the 3rd stages here. So let's start in Dex order with Redux Venusaur. This Redux form is based on Buddhist monks, dropping both of its original typings for a brand new combination of Fighting Psychic. A pretty rare typing for the most part, but will be tanky compared to the other Pokemon with it. Having 112 in both HP and special defense, which is way bulkier than the original Venusaur. Even having 97 in special attack, so it should hit decently strong. 37 in speed will make it an option for Trick Room. The choice abilities include Magic Guard, blocking it from indirect damage, Aroma Veil making it immune to various status moves, and Poison Absorb to give it a poison immunity and 25% of its health if one is used against it. The innate abilities are exciting as it will get a brand new one, Cleansing, letting psychic moves hit dark types for neutral damage. Enlightened, which combines Emanate and Inner Focus, allowing for perfect accuracy on Focus Blast. And lastly, Comatose, making it immune to all statuses. Not bad for being a Venusaur. Next is Game Freak's golden child, Charizard. This form being based on the Oni and the Kintsugi. I can't help but think of the dinosaurs from Super Mario World when I see it though. Redux Charizard will be a dark fighting type. So as you can imagine, it's going to be an attacker. A physical attacker to be more specific, as it has 134 in attack. Only having 64 in speed though, which might be a concern. 104 in defense and in HP should help. All 3 of its choice abilities are centered around attacking. Keen Edge will boost all slashing moves by 30%, Super Slammer will boost all hammer and slam moves by 30%, and lastly, one of my favorite abilities, Violent Rush, giving a 50% speed boost and a 20% attack boost for the first turn. The innates are also very aggressive. Anger Point will raise its attack each time it's hit. Fighter will boost fighting moves by 20% or 50% depending on HP. And a brand new ability being Backbreaker, letting dark moves hit fighting types for neutral damage. I'm a big fan of fighting types, and this Charizard is very different from the original, which I like. Last, we have my favorite of the Kanto starters, Blastoise. This Redux form has its shadow slowly taking over, finishing the theme of the trio with Venusaur representing mind, Charizard representing body, and Blastoise representing soul. Just like the others, it's a fighting type, but is part ghost type. The stats are pretty balanced like regular Blastoise, but it's more of an attacker. Having 101 in HP, 99 in defense, and 88 in special defense means it can be somewhat tanky, while its best stat is attack, sitting at 110. The choice abilities can be changed based on how you want to use it. Shadow Shield will cut the power of an attack in half when at full health. Iron Fist will boost the power of its punching moves. And Power Fist will let punching moves attack the target's special defense while also giving them a 30% power boost. The innates are just as good all around. Multi-headed, letting its attacking moves hit twice. Vengeful Spirit combines Haunted Spirit and Vengeance, boosting ghost moves based on HP and cursing any Pokemon that KOs it. And lastly, the brand new ability, Shadow Boxing, letting fighting moves hit ghosts super effectively. Definitely could be a good Pokemon to use in mono ghost runs. I really like what we've seen so far in this trio, and I can't wait to see what the Megas look like. There are already so many new Pokemon in this game, and this is just scratching the surface on some of the approved forms coming to the future. The details are subject to change, but I'm still excited for these new forms. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for more, and watch some of my other videos on future updates. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.